Bristow, talk to him.
I turn her up to a pack. Her best friend told her she better get back.
So Gordon Ramsay almost died?
Yesterday, Gordon Ramsay jump scared everyone by revealing he'd been in a serious accident and said that the helmet he was wearing actually saved his life. And he also thanked the doctors and everyone that took care of him in the hospital from it. And basically, it's a message kind of urging everyone to wear a helmet when cycling.
Hi guys, it's Gordon. I'd like to share a very important message with you all. You know how much I love cycling.
Wait, that nigga got the shakies now? He got the shakies? Yeah, you seen that? Gordon Ramsay got the shakies? Holy.
And triathlons and Ironman, etc. This week, unfortunately, I had a really bad accident, and it really shook me. And honestly, I'm lucky to be here.
Either that or he a freak ass nigga. Either that, he a freak ass nigga. He a fan.
He really does seem shaken up by this whole experience here. When I think of Gordon Ramsay, I immediately think of him calling someone an idiot sandwich and yelling and screaming. So if I had heard that Gordon Ramsay got into a bike accident, I would immediately assume that he got off the bike, started shaking his fist at it and calling it a fucking donkey or something and spitting on the bike. But then he'd walk away unscathed, unfazed, and throw a grilled cheese in the fireplace and just take a big old bite out of it. But in this case, that's just not what happened. Whatever the accident was, it really has taken some kind of toll on Gordon, and he's trying to educate people on the importance of helmets and how it actually saved his life. Now, this is a lesson that people have heard a million times in their life. I'm pretty sure this has been taught more than the
I ain't gonna lie. Before we finish the rest of this video, I'm still around without no helmet. No helmet. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm still around without no helmet. You call me dangerous? Am I a thug? Am I a thug? Am I a thug wearing no helmet? That's all the gangsters do? That's all the slimes and slats and the young niggas running Atlanta do?
multiplication tables in elementary school. Everyone knows you should wear a helmet when cycling. But in current day and age, a lot of people just don't give a fuck about that anymore. They just kind of wipe their
I put the U in thug. I'm a thug.
ass with safety for the sake of like convenience maybe. But in my area in particular, there's a ton of cyclists. They swarm, and I almost never see any of them wearing helmets, which I always find odd because what's the point in playing life on ultra nightmare mode? It takes like 5 additional seconds to just throw on a helmet real quick, and it could be a game changer.
You for ugly. Mwahaha. Your name is Ho's mad. Ho, you mad.
To me, the risk versus reward ratio here is all cattywampus. It's not computing up here. I don't see why you wouldn't just wear a helmet to be safe. It's not like you get some kind of like additional benefit out of not wearing one. So I don't really understand it, but I'm not your fucking dad. If you want to go out there without a helmet on and I see you on the sidewalk, I'm not going to slam on my brake and drift my car in sideways, so I'll get out and start, giving you a spanking and telling you that you're being naughty for not wearing a helmet. That's fucking your choice to make, I suppose. I think it's a silly one, though.
What? Freaky ass nigga, Ho's mad. That shit said helmet head. Male who has been circumcised. Freaky ass nigga.
And I really appreciate that Gordon Ramsay's coming forward and using his platform to just try and educate people again on how important a helmet is and how it can actually save your life.
Now, from those incredible trauma surgeons, doctors, nurses in the hospital that looked after me this week, they were amazing. But honestly, you've got to wear a helmet. I don't care how short the journey is. I don't care, the fact that these helmets cost money, but they're crucial. Even with the kids, a short journey, they've got to wear a helmet. Now, I'm lucky to be standing here. I'm in pain. It's been a brutal week, and I'm sort of getting through it. But,
oh my god! Oh my god! Bro! Yo! Yeah, that's the bruise! Bro!
I cannot tell you the importance of wearing a helmet.
That is a gnarly bruise right there. Calling that a bruise is doing it a disservice. When I bang my knee on this desk when I get excited, I'll sometimes
Nigga, that nigga body doing blackface. Holy cannoli.
bruise. That is like he got hit by 5 sledgehammers. That looks like the damage you would suffer if One Punch Man accidentally flicked you in the oblique. That is
Wagwan. Wagwan. What you need to pause the video, my young git. Don't you fucking dare make holy cannoli your selling point. Bro, holy cannoli is bro, that's my thing, bro. That's my thing, bro. People don't use that no more, bro. You know what I mean? That's holy cannoli, nigga. Holy cannoli. Just like ravioli.
That is a crazy amount of bruising. I don't know how he's standing.
If I can't
This weekend
use
is
Slinky,
massive. It's Father's Day.
Holy Matt, you know why you can't use Slinky. You know the picture that brings to people's head now. You know. You know. There's no thing with holy cannoli.
For new fathers, old fathers, middle-aged fathers, I want to wish you all a very happy Father's Day. But please, 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 please wear a helmet, because if I didn't, honestly, I would.
Hey, yo, if you making the edit, that means you have to think of it. You're nasty.
Be here now. Happy Father's Day.
An unexpected video from Gordon Ramsay, but an appreciated one. Like, he's just sharing his firsthand experience here with something traumatic that he went through and how he believes his life was saved thanks to that helmet, and of course the doctors and everyone at the hospital that treated him, and just trying to spread that message. And I think that is nothing but 2 big thumbs up for me there. But Twitter is a different story. Twitter ghouls have this impressive ability, almost like an X-Men level mutation here, it's almost a superpower, to find the stupidest spins on even the most cut and dry situations. Something as simple as, hey, wearing a helmet's good to keep you safe. Maybe you might want to think about doing that. They find a way to turn it into something bad.
Wait. Not gonna lie. You literally can't make this into anything like negative, like dead ass. You can't make that into anything negative. He literally just saying be safe. When you go outside, be safe. Huh? Like, what are we talking about? If you go outside, that's what I'm saying. You wear a helmet? What a fucking loser. Like, what are you talking about? We gonna get shamed?
Intellectual powerhouse replied to Gordon's video saying, "Complete shite, Gordon." And then he dropped this fat little nugget of wisdom here, which is a graph that shows death per billions of kilometers cycled versus the helmet wearing rate percentage of these regions. Imagine being the loveless loser who comes in here going ballistic because a guy who almost lost his life is talking about how a helmet might have saved it. Now, this individual isn't the only one fighting back against Big Helmet here, but he is by far the most adamant. He is tooth and nail in the trenches.
Bro, that nigga is weird, bro. He almost lost his life, but his life was saved because of a helmet. You think I'm not finna tell people, yo, wear a helmet? This literally just saved my life. Like, what are you talking about? Him thinking of it like any other way is crazy. Bringing out that graph is crazy. Cause like, you literally telling people, yo, when you go outside, don't be safe. Huh? How do you have any issue with that? Yo, bro, internet weird.
Still replying as of me making this video like 18 hours later, it seems. So he is definitely their fiercest warrior opposed to helmets. Now, he makes arguments that helmets do nothing.
You compare 2 different stats and expecting someone to change a point of view of that no one else is even talking about. That's what I'm saying, bro. He literally almost lost his life because if he didn't have a helmet, he probably wouldn't be here today. Like, Are you finna try and change his mind because of that? No. I literally just saved my life because of a helmet, and you telling me not to wear one.
Thing to mitigate
Stop it.
serious injury. They only help with like scrapes and bruises maybe, but doesn't actually do anything to contribute to cycling safety, and calls them an unnecessary distraction, and then says the big issue that needs to be addressed is fixing infrastructure and driver policing. Now, let's say Gordon
Him, even if it just helped with scrapes and small bruises, when I ride a bike, I don't want to be scraped or bruised. Like, what are we talking about? That's two benefits right there that you done named yourself. Am I trying to go out there to go get scraped and bruised? I don't know what he's trying to do, but no, nobody wants that to happen to them. What is wrong with them?
Ramsay subscribed to this guy's belief system, he'd be dead. If he viewed helmets as an unnecessary distraction, Gordon Ramsay would be 6 feet under right now, fucking making risottos up in heaven. So, legitimately, he is just wrong about them being an unnecessary distraction. In the situation Gordon Ramsay is describing, without that helmet, he wouldn't have survived. I also just don't understand what it's a distraction from. Is it distracting you from sending your 4,000th tweet in the last 24 hours? Like, how is it an unnecessary distraction? It takes fucking 5 seconds to put a helmet on, and it does help keep you a bit safer. Of course, it doesn't solve every problem magically. Nobody is saying it does. He's fighting a ghost here in the comments.
Exactly.
He keeps thinking that everyone's saying that a helmet solves all the biking related issues with like cyclists dying, whatever.
Yo, man, according to people on the internet, getting people off their sofas, investment in actual travel, disqualifying repeat offenders, closed pass laws, dedicated traffic-free routes, enforcing speed limits, educating drivers, separating bikes and traffic. Of course, they would help, but at the same time, like, even if it's just a small benefit, that's like saying, yo, I love the gas station being open at 1 in the morning when I need something urgent, and someone's sending a stat of robberies of gas stations. That's what I'm saying. This is an irrelevant stat. Who is this stat for? Even if it's just a small like inconvenience. Oh, I can't fully adjust my head when I'm looking. Okay, but I'm not gonna get scraped, bruised by anything when you're okay. Say you're riding a bike and a tree. You know how sometimes tree branches are low. If it hit your head, it won't hurt you if you have a helmet on. But you don't. Now you can get hit by that. Now you got to duck down low, obstructing your view a little bit. So then you causing more inconvenience to yourself. Like, come on, bro.
Whatever. Like, that's not what anyone's saying. All they're saying is it does just help your odds. And in this case, it actually did save Gordon Ramsay's life. There's just no reason not to wear a helmet. The main thing he wants is better infrastructure for cyclists, which I do completely agree with, especially in the United States in particular. Having better infrastructure for that is absolutely the safest possible thing for cyclists. He dropped this here talking about how the solution is the infrastructure and that the helmet is an easy out by promoting it. And no one's arguing that a helmet is going to, make sure that cyclists are immortal or anything, but it's just...
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. If your helmet is restricting you of seeing or turning your head, that's either the wrong size helmet or you can just get a different one. Exactly. Return it. Just return it. What are we talking about?
It's like the easiest thing you can do to immediately improve your odds of surviving something traumatic like Gordon Ramsay experienced here. The beautiful thing about having so many neurons in your brain is that you can actually focus on multiple different things at the same time. You can be saying we need better infrastructure to keep cyclists safe, while also saying, hey, cyclists, helmets do actually help you in the event of an accident. It improves your odds a little bit. You can do both things. Again,
a small improvement from life and death is an even bigger improvement from, oh, just turn down here and that. I'd rather have just the slightest improvement in telling people to wear a helmet than knowing that I could have lost my life because I didn't wear a helmet, or they could have lost their life because they didn't wear a helmet. I'll take that slight inconvenience, if you want to call it that. Like, he's literally just making a problem out of nothing.
Helmet is not this end-all be-all of safety, this panacea that cures any possible problem with like cycling safety, but it is something that undeniably helps. Another thing this cringe vulture and a few others like him do in the comment section is latch on to this idea that we don't wear helmets while driving, which makes everyone a hypocrite because driving causes a lot of head injuries. Basically just keeps reiterating, why aren't you wearing a helmet while driving a car? You absolute goober, when you
My thing is, does bro just want the world to be safe, or so just want the world to be safe so he can ride a bike with no helmet? At this point, it seems like his lore is deeper than this. Exactly. What is his issue with bikes? Not my fault. Not even bikes. Helmets. Do you get hit by a helmet before? Did somebody throw a helmet in your face and you like? Did it mess up your face or something like this? Like, what are we talking about? A helmet is literally there to protect you from all head injuries. That's like saying if you're on a job site, you wear a helmet just in case if anything falls on you, anything happen. Like, come on, what are you talking about? It's like,
you drive a car, most people wear a seatbelt to improve their odds of surviving a crash.
I got a
The
hard
car
hat
is
too.
also equipped with safety equipment such as airbags to help keep you alive in the event of a crash. On a bike, what do you have? Did you put an ejector seat on your bike to immediately get out of a tricky situation? You put a baseball card in the spokes of your bike and then installed some fucking airbags down there too to keep you alive? No. The only thing that you can really do here on a bike in this context is wear a helmet. That would be the equivalent of wearing a seatbelt while driving. You're making dog shit arguments for an indefensible position. Don't wear helmets. You're a fucking lunatic. It sounds like you've already hit your head and you want more people to join you there. He even has the gall to say this. The reasons not to wear a helmet is that you take more risky decisions when wearing a helmet and drivers take more risky decisions around you. He's almost saying that it's more dangerous to wear a helmet than it is not to and just raw dog it, which is just ridiculous.
Like,
It's so silly, I don't even know where to start. So he thinks
bro, if somebody's riding a bike, riding a motorcycle, anything that exposes the full frame of your body, and just because they're not wearing a helmet, they choose to drive wilder, that is them making that conscious decision. That isn't the helmet affecting them. That is them making that conscious decision when they have the helmet on. But if the person doesn't have it and they drive safer, if you feel like you drive safer without it, cool. But you don't have to go tell people don't wear it. Cause then somebody gonna be like, oh, he's cooking it. I'm not gonna wear it now. And then if they get into accident, then what? I wonder how you feel about people who also wear padding riding a bike. That's what I'm saying. People just using this just to be safer. What is wrong with safety? Come on, bro.
thinks
What is wrong
that
with safety?
cyclists who are wearing a helmet make more risky decisions because they're wearing a helmet. I don't think so. I don't feel like when people put on a helmet, they think that all of a sudden they become Superman. I just don't see that being the case. Just like someone who puts on a seatbelt doesn't immediately think they can fucking ramp off of a parked tow truck like it's GTA 5 and be unscathed. I don't think that's the case for cyclists wearing a helmet. And I really don't think that drivers are going to start treating you different if you're wearing a helmet versus not. Like, I don't think drivers are going to see you wearing a helmet and be like, oh, this guy can take a little bump here and just fucking swerve into him or anything. If you're wearing a helmet, I don't think drivers are going to start making riskier decisions because they think you're in, like, fucking body armor or anything, versus if you weren't wearing a helmet. I just don't see that being the case in reality at all. He also goes on to say helmets are no use in collisions involving motor vehicles, which fucking obviously. No one's saying that you're going to be able to take a car head on in a game of chicken just because you're wearing a helmet on your bike. It's a stupid argument to make.
See, he's at this point, he's pulling out hypotheticals that even if you had a helmet or didn't have a helmet, people wouldn't even bring up because, of course, a bike versus a car. Come on now, let's not just throw this off the deep end. But a bike versus a car, the car wins 10 out of 10 times. I don't know what Hulk bike you are using. The car wins 10 out of 10 times. It's not crazy. I'm gonna be real. I don't wear no padding or helmet whenever I'm on a bike run or nothing like that because it's not a main source of transportation for me. But I'm not gonna hate and rant about helmets of people who do or even look different at someone. That's what I'm saying. How do you make fun of somebody from trying to be safer? He definitely got a deep root of issues, or he trolling. Also, let's bring in a point. A kid learning to ride a bike, they don't have their balance fully, fully corrected while they're riding a bike. So you just want them to keep tipping over and falling on their head? Is that what we saying? Because that's gonna cause more damage. Or is that what you saying? When people are learning to ride a bike and they finally get out of that stage of using training wheels and they get on to where they have to use 2 wheels, are we just saying we just gotta, hey man, you hit your head on concrete, you hit your head on concrete? Like, what are we talking about? Because if we gonna dumb it down, then let's dumb it down. We just gotta assume that they're gonna keep their body on the bike as it's falling. We gotta just assume, because if he gonna dumb it down to just helmets are bad, non-helmets are good. That's what I'm saying, bro. He's beefing with safety. He's literally beefing with the concept of safety.
Oh, well, if my bicycle helmet can't stop a bullet, what the fuck is the point in wearing it, I suppose? I'll just go without. Useless to me now. It's silly. It's super dumb. There's no real good argument you will ever be able to make that wearing a helmet is a bad thing. And Gordon Ramsay's video and message here is just an overwhelmingly positive one, and I'm happy to hear that he's recovering and he's okay. And I'm wishing him the best going forward. And I appreciate that he's sharing this message, because clearly it is one that is still somewhat needed here, because there are people out there that don't think helmets are worth wearing, I suppose. So it's not like a useless message either. So I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I got a bit heated here, clearly, about this.
I genuinely think he has to be trolling. Like, in the end, yeah, it's a good story to talk about. Gordon Ramsay, he got into an accident. His life was saved because of the helmet. Good thing. Praise go to Jordan. I mean, I said Jordan. Gordon Ramsay. But to think non-helmet is better, because you probably would have survived and you would have drove safer, and people around you would have went safer, and it's kind of your fault for even just putting on a helmet. Bro, the helmet is not the issue. Yes, we can factor in maybe he was driving a little bit reckless. Maybe, I don't know the exact situation. Maybe it was the car that was a little bit more reckless. But in the end, his life was saved because of the helmet. How you gonna tell him whose life was just saved because of the helmet, yo, your life would have been better if you didn't wear the helmet? Huh? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Are you mentally there? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? How do you get to that conclusion when my literal life was just saved by a helmet? And you think I'm supposed to take your advice when the only reason why I'm living right now is because my life was saved by a helmet? You think I'm supposed to take your advice and not wear a helmet next time? Your mind cooked, Cruddy. Your mind is cooked, Cruddy. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he hate hats. He hate snapbacks, fedoras, caps, baseball helmets, hard hats, regular helmets, headgear, any glasses at this point. If you put anything on your face that he will consider a obstruction of anything, yo, burn it. We don't need it no more. We don't need that no more. If it causes any level of safety, we don't need it. We just don't need it anymore.